Nation, Sanbonan Bafetu, and welcome back to Football Trends with me, OQB, where we bring you some of the latest Kaizer Chiefs news updates. And of course, on today's video, it's no different than Mbogela Pekaya. I do have some updates and some insight in terms of what is happening at Naturena, which is a bit shocking. I know you guys are waiting to hear what I have for you today, but hey, Bafetu, this thing is very shocking and interesting at the same time. But anyways, I'm here to give you the update of whatever it is that is happening. But before Gwenza Loco, please do make sure to like the video, and also mangabe this is your first time seeing Football Trends with QP, click a subscribe button, the bell notification, so that next time when I post a new video you get notified. Now before I give you what I have to give you, first things first, we have few players. There's a list that has been revealed in terms of some of the players that are going to get released and loaned out. So starting off on that list, I do have Oswin Appolies, which is a player that looks like he might be moving permanently to Amazulu FC, but it looks like he might be moving on a loan, and then Bafagene the option they can make the deal permanent. So in terms of Oswin Appolies, he's not on Nabi's plans, and the reason why he might be moving on a loan instead of what I'm saying is because they've signed him. If you remember correctly, it was about 10 million. So that's why now it looks like he's going to go for a loan with option to make it permanent. And then another player that I believe we even talked about him is Sabelo Khatebe. I've confirmed this, and a lot of publications now they've confirmed the Sabelo Khatebe. Kaizer Chiefs is currently looking for clubs that are willing to sign this player so that Nayanga Hamba I told her that game time experience in this Fananalezo. And yeah, it's a good move for him to get that game time and also to improve, because we've seen, I even said Uti Umfana without some game time, definitely his confidence is going to go down. The ability to play, performance will no longer be the same, but at least the game time is going to improve on that. And then also we do have Christian Saile Bafetu. Now I did talk about Christian Saile for so many times, and I know a lot of you guys came down to my comments. A lot of you were criticizing me, saying we tie Bafetu Christian Saile corner something that is going to give us, but I've said it so many times. The only problem that I see with Christian Saile is I've seen Uti, he can move, he's quick, but the problem is, for me, I felt like he's a player that is predictable. You cannot be a striker and be predictable in play too. You need to have those few touches, play the ball, show that you're a striker. But for me, that's all I was seeing with Christian Saile. Yes, sometimes he can find the back of the net, but most of the times man, I don't know. But anyways, it looks like Naye is one of the players who might get released or get loaned out. Basically, we have that one player. I know which the player Lily definitely is one player that is loved by Cameron from K News podcast. I know that guy loves Uzitakwini Kapafetu, but to be honest, he's another player that is not on Coach Nazruddin Nabi's plans. And for me, I understand. I totally understand. I have nothing against it. I understand like completely, because for me personally, Bafetu, I think I've even talked about it. Uzitakwini, there's not much that is giving us, but now it looks like even the coach has made it clear with Bafetu, this guy is not in my plans. And to be honest with you, Bafetu, Zitakwini is one player who was told after a preseason Lapaya camp, they told him, Bafetu, it looks like you might need to find a new home or something like that. So definitely he's one player now, is Solbona. And then last but not least, if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong, I could be right, because those are just the discussions that have been happening inside of Naturena, and this is just the tip off. So we do have Utadeone Dutlokwe Naye. He's one of the players who his future is hanging in the balance, because if you remember correctly, I think we signed Ufea Kentwari, Inaso Miguel, which are two of the players that we've added, and the Sazuti, there's no foreign sport in terms of that. And also Kombole Edmondson Dove, I don't know much what is happening currently. And then also Tadone Tlokwe, Christian Saile, Edson Castillo. Now those players, Bafetu, they are a lot, and South Africa only accepts 5 foreign players. So definitely that is something that they need to work on, and making it like a bit difficult for them to keep those two players, Christian Saile and also Utadione Ditlhoko. But we will see as time goes on. Bafethu, I'm not saying this is the official release and what is going to happen, but definitely it is something that is being discussed. And then, if you remember correctly, Bafethu, Izolo, if I'm not mistaken, we did a live stream. We talked about Oswin Appolies, and I do have to say, I've just got some interesting news, which is definitely exciting. I know a lot of you will be happy to hear it, but I don't know if ever the deal is going to go through or what is going to happen. Because if you remember correctly, Nabi did say he's looking for 2 forwards, strikers, and a midfielder. So now I've just heard that Kaizer Chiefs have made a second offer in terms of Oswin Appolies so that they can be able to secure him, even though we heard Coach Putti saying you cannot sell Omatwidi and also sell Oswin Appolies, because definitely you need to leave one so that you can replace the chain or whatever he said. But anyways, it looks like Kaizer Chiefs have made a better offer in terms of Oswin Appolies and they've sent it through. So I don't know if ever they've responded or what is going to happen, but the interesting part is one player is, or 2 players actually, because one of them is going to be offered to Polokwane City and another one will be offered to Amazulu FC. So we might see Kaizer Chiefs getting a player from Amazulu FC and also a player from Polokwane City, which is Oswin Appolies, because definitely they need Oswin Appolies. They've decided we're going to give them cash and also give them a player so that they can be able to give us Oswin Appolies. And you guys know Oswin Appolies is one of the players, just like if I was Basadin, but for me, I would be happy to see if ever Kaizer Chiefs before the end of the window, because the window is over in 20 September, and already we're going to play a match this coming Saturday. We're playing against Moromo Galant. I forgot which is the home or away game, but definitely we are going to play. And if ever they manage to sign Oswin Appolies Bafethu, I would be very much excited, because definitely we need that player. And then also there's another player who Kaizer Chiefs have made a second offer to, and definitely it looks like a Glalo of A2. And Nabi did confirm by saying that Kaizer Chiefs doesn't have a problem when it comes to money, but the players that Nabi is looking for is one of the best quality players, and definitely it's very hard to find those players. And Magabatola, most of the time they are expensive, and some of the teams are not willing to sell to Kaizer Chiefs because they say they still want those players to use them. And another thing, Ukumbule Amazwi Washiwa Kaizer Junior Mdaung, he said it has to make sense with both parties, and also in terms of business, it does need to make business sense. So if it doesn't make business sense, then definitely that is something they will not go for, because even the reason why Kaizer Chiefs is not going back is because Cape Town Spurs, they are looking for 10 million, and it doesn't make sense for them to sell that player at 10 million, because Kaizer Chiefs, they see okay, this player deserves this amount of money because of how he played, how he was, and all of this. But Bona, because it's their player and it's their development, they say we need 10 meter off of this player. So maybe that's the reason why we are not seeing Kaizer Chiefs making any more moves in terms of Asanele Velabai. And then also there's a new player. Actually, it's not a new player, but we've talked about him before. The Kaizer Chiefs have made an offer to young Africans, and they wanted to sign Clement Mzize. Now the interesting part is, I remember President Yabo Hesi came out and talked about this. He said, yes, Kaizer Chiefs have made an offer, but we rejected it. Even other clubs made offers, but we rejected them because we do not want to sell all our players. At least Nati, we need to compete in this Vananalezo. But now it looks like Kaizer Chiefs have sent another offer in terms of Clement Mzize. Hopefully they get him if ever the offer is not rejected. Now he's a midfielder playing for Young Africans, and I know a lot of you will be excited to hear that he's coming to Naturena, meaning we will have a bit of a problem again when it comes to foreign quota. So they need to make a plan in terms of that. But anyways, guys, those are the news that I have for you. And in terms of my sources, I won't reveal some of my sources because I know whenever I reveal some of my sources, but then I say told information that I trade by. Anyways, this is it, Bafetu. Thank you so much for watching. Until the endings on Bonaksasa with something new.